Hey guys, what up? Um, this game, obviously it's Legend of Zelda. This game is what really motivated me to want to have a Nintendo Entertainment System in the first place. The Legend of Zelda, many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon stole one of the Triforce with power. Princess Zelda had one of the Triforce with wisdom. She divided it into 8 units to hide it from Ganon before she was captured. Go find the 8 units. Link to save her. I love this opening here, but yeah, so this was playing on a demo screen at, I think it was at the Tacoma Mall when I was a little child, and I saw it, played a little bit of it, fell immediately in love with it. It was the main reason I wanted a Nintendo, and I played the heck out of this game. I'll just tell you that much. Now, if you notice something a little bit weird about the title screen, it's basically that I am using the randomizer to allow me to play as Zelda. So there's my sprite instead of Link. No offense to Link, but why not, right? So you'll notice a couple weird little differences as I play through, but for the most part, I try to keep it vanilla. So all the dungeons and items and everything should be in the same place, unless I messed up something. But I just wanted to play Zelda, so that's what I did. And the first difference I noticed was that this is not it's dangerous to go alone use this. We got good luck, we're all counting on you instead. And it's an old woman instead of an old man. So we'll see if maybe the old man hints got scrambled, or if that's just the only one, just to show that this is indeed the randomizer. But everything else I'm hoping is the same, because I'm not trying to play a randomized playthrough. I just want to play Zelda. And I know there was some person who made a hack to play as Zelda. I can never get that copy to work, so I just figured the randomizer is probably the easiest. Tons of people use the randomizer to play all the time, so figured there'd be a good way to get to play as Zelda. Now, this game is all about exploration, as Zelda games are known for. And keeping that in mind, instead of going straight to the first dungeon, we are going to kind of wander around for a bit. We're going to get at least 2 heart containers and maybe even the white sword before we even start the first dungeon. I like fighting these guys, they're pretty good for money. Oof. Alright. And let's see, let's go this way. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of wander around and, like I said, get money, get heart containers, enjoy ourselves. And nice, did the double hit. One of the things that we are going to do is go find some blue enemies. Blue enemies are known for being capable of dropping bombs. And I forget, is it 10th enemy has the bomb? There's some cryptic old man hint that was only in the English version, as far as I know. 10th enemy has the bomb. It's actually a game mechanic. Item drops are on a set pattern. And if the 10th enemy that you kill in a row, without taking any hits yourself, if they are an enemy that can drop bombs, like these blue moblins, they will drop bombs. So if you ever need bombs, what you do is you just kill blue moblins without taking any hits yourself, and about basically every 10 moblins you kill, you should be getting a bomb. Or a bomb drop, I should say, because it's actually 4 bombs. And we'll put this to the test. I think I'm about 5 or 6 blue moblins in. So it's possible when I clear this screen, we'll get another bomb. Yep. All right, now that we have full bombs, that opens up some treasure to us. And then I'm going to kind of fumble around a little bit. My experience with this game is such that, like, I'm aware of where secrets are, but I don't always remember what is in that secret, especially because my memory of the first quest and the second quest get all blurred together. But what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the beach, because I remember there being a place to bomb down here. By the way, I think the ferry is a forced drop. Not sure, not 100% sure how that works. But with the red enemies, they have a tendency to drop fairies and hearts. Blue enemies tend to drop bombs. Obviously there's some crossover because that moblin dropped a heart. Alright, and then we got more of these things. And I know there's an entrance right here. It might be a money one though. No, it is a heart container, okay. Alright. Let's go get the other heart container that I know I can get with a bomb. Oof. So yeah, I think, now that I'm thinking about it more clearly, I think it's not, I don't think the item drops are set. I think it's just that there's certain ones, like the 10th enemy is a forced drop. So you'll have some randomized drops, and then on the 10th one, it'll be a bomb if it's a blue enemy. All right, we're gonna go get the 100 rupee secret so we can get ourselves, what, a candle? Yeah. Gonna get ourselves a candle. More bombs. And then, so yeah, the candle's gonna be pretty big, because that opens up some more secrets for us. We can get, oh nice, it's a moblin. We can get the note. Typically that's an old man there, but that's, looks like some of the sprites are randomized. All right, and then, there we go. And then this is a secret with 100 rupees, so we can get ourselves a candle. And I think we can get the white sword already, so I'm going to do that as well. I feel like there's a cave here. Yeah, it's so weird. Because I've played the second quest so much and things are scrambled, I will legit just forget where certain things are in the first quest. Like, my brain's telling me there's something here, but I'm pretty sure it's not here until the second quest. Yeah. Anyway. Let's go get that white sword. It's a little bit dangerous. It's guarded by one of those weird lion centaur dudes. and they do 2 hearts of damage per hit. So we are not, you know, like, we are going to be careful. This guy could just murder me. Alright. We should be able to get that white sword. Master using it, and you can have this. So the white sword does twice as much damage as what we assume is the wooden sword, but it's brown, could be rusty, you know, it's Nintendo graphics, but I don't know why anybody would use a wooden sword. I'm a little bit curious, since I chose Zelda as my avatar, when I rescue Zelda, am I going to rescue myself? I mean, that's strangely fitting, where Zelda learns how to rescue herself. Actually, it'd be awesome. She gets captured by Ganon, but then she astrally projects a heroic version of herself to come save her. That'd be awesome. I'd play that game. Well, I mean, I am playing that game, if this is how I want to interpret it, but... Alright, you might have noticed that the Zoras, which are the water creatures, I never bothered fighting them before. Once you have the white sword, you can kill them in 1 hit. With the wood sword, you can only damage them, and you can't really swing it fast enough to kill them before they drop back in the water and replenish their health. So yeah, it's kind of pointless. Let's see here. I think there's a store down here. Here. And then one more to the left, I think. And... yeah, let's go get that candle. That's going to get us another heart container. One of the fun things about the second quest is just how hard it is. This game, first quest, I can really abuse the heck out of it. Oop, almost got me. I can basically, let's see, and this is where we're going to buy the shield when we get around to getting the shield. Actually, not a bad idea. I'm going to get the blue ring first, but the shield actually is going to be the most immediately useful, especially for a skilled player. Alright. And then I'll set that on fire. And we'll take that heart. But yeah, we can, because I can do the levels out of order, and I can gather up all my items first, level 1's going to be a cakewalk for me. We're going to go actually to level 3 first. Level 1 and 2 do not have any items that are necessary to advance to level 3. So we're just going to go to level 3 first and get the raft. And then I guess we can kind of decide from there if things are going well. I can go ahead and just finish the dungeon. By the way, the large shield allows you to block things that you previously could not block, like the Zora's blasts. Yeah. The one thing that we're missing from level 1 would be the boomerang, which does make certain enemies way easier. But with some skill, we'll be fine. You can also pick up items with the boomerang, which is kind of nice, but... in fact, I think we'll complete the levels in order, but I am going to sneak into level 3 and get the raft. And then I think I'll sneak into level 4 and get the ladder. Okay. This dungeon music always spooked me out as a kid. Now, one thing that's a little bit troublesome is I'm collecting a bunch of keys that I'm not supposed to have yet. But I usually end up with a surplus of keys by the end of the game, so... And you can always buy... You can actually buy more keys if for some reason you find yourself in a situation where you use them all up. All the ones that you were supposed to have from the levels. And there's a magic item that gives you infinite keys in level 8. Which is a little late for it to be relevant, but whatever. The knights you can only attack from the side or the rear. With the white sword, it's already much easier. And because I'm at full health, I have the sword blast, which makes it even more easy. They have a limited sort of AI that's sort of... They're semi-random, but then they're also sort of chasing you. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, and then I got a clock, which makes me invincible, so I can just slaughter them at my leisure. Alright. And then there's the raft. Alright, we're going to leave level 3 for now. And we'll go to level 4 and get the ladder while we're out there. These blobs are really good for money. If you fight them with your wooden sword, they split into 2 little dots that don't drop treasure. But if you kill them with the white sword, they drop treasure, which is awesome. Alright. I do kind of wish I had the boomerang just because it picks up items. And speed things up a little bit. Okay. We are off to level 4. So we can get that ladder. And don't actually remember quite where it is. Oh yeah. Remember, it's pretty easy to find. Because you have to get the ladder to finish the level. I have the candle, which is nice. These are another enemy that'd be way easier if I had the boomerang, because when you hit them, they split up into bats. The bats can be killed with the boomerang, and they can also be stunned. The main creatures can be stunned with the boomerang, I believe. Okay. The ladder would be straight to the right here. Kind of lucked out and, or was smart, I guess, in getting the, getting the candle when I did. Yeah, I have to kill these stupid bats to get through. I think those guys respawn too when they, when you leave the room and come back, but I might be wrong. Alright, now those weird sandwich-looking creatures are like-likes, and they will eat your shield if they get a hold of you. So you want to stay the heck away from them. And if they do start munching on you, you want to kill them as quickly as possible before they eat your shield. Again, these These enemies would be much easier if I had the boomerang, which I do not. Those bubbles paralyze your sword arm and knock you around, which is annoying, but paralyzing your sword arm is the more dangerous thing. If you pair them up with the like-likes, they paralyze your sword arm, the like-likes eat your shield, and that's a fast way to lose your shield. So yeah, you just want to stay away from those creatures. Alright, we're going to go get 2 more heart containers, and then I think we will go ahead and just return to our quest of going through the dungeons. Or I guess start our quest, because we never did. The ladder allows us to walk over the water like this. Even if we don't see it. We have the Master Sword, we can kill those guys in one hit and no bats will be released. But the Master Sword, I can't remember what the rule is, but you have to have a certain number of hearts before you can take it. I think it's like 9 hearts, but I'm not sure. Not really sure. Actually, might be worth looking up just so I know when exactly I can go get that Master Sword. But I'm gonna focus on getting these these 2 heart containers first, and then I'll think about that. There we go. Oh. My brain is saying burn this bush. What do we got? More money. Another 30 rupees is what they call them in this game. I just wanted to call them rubies, but rupees. Of course, anybody who plays Zelda these days be like, yeah, it's always been rupees. You have to understand, things were mistranslated a lot when I was a kid. You're like, oh, they just must have misspelled ruby. Not knowing that that was a actual currency. Now the data address that stores how much money you have, I forget how many bits it is, but you can only hold 255 rupees. Which makes sense if you know anything about coding and how computers work, especially early computers. Most expensive thing to buy in the game is the blue ring, which is 250. So it's kind of your goal to get, as soon as you get 250, rush over and buy that ring, because if you get more than 255, all the money that you collect is wasted. Even though I still need to buy like arrow, I still need to buy the meat. So I don't want to waste any money drops, but you can't really help it when the item is 250 and you can only hold 255. All right. Oops. It's kind of a fun thing if you press the attack button and then quickly change directions, like your sword will kind of fling around. And if you have the sword blast, you can actually like stab one direction and then shoot the other direction. Basically by accident, but alright, so you need the raft to get this heart container. And then there's another heart container down below that you get with the ladder. Alright, we're at 8 hearts. Now would be a good time to figure out How many hearts do I need for the Master Sword? I'm also trying to think. Yeah, that's all the world map hearts, because there's only, so 8 levels, each boss drops a heart. So yeah, I just need to figure out... I need to figure out how many hearts you need for the Master Sword. I'm going to do that real quick here. Won't even pause or edit. How many hearts? For the Master Sword. $12. Wait. This one says 13. Well, what is it? No. They're telling me no. That's so annoying. They're telling me about Breath of the Wild. I don't care about Breath of the Wild. So 12 in the NES game as far as I can tell. So that means I need to do, what, 4 levels. Okay, I can do that. And let's go do level 1. I should have enough money for the blue ring after that. Then we'll go off to level 2. I almost have enough money now, but whatever. Okay. Couldn't pick up that rupee because I don't have the boomerang yet. So let's go get a boomerang. Let's see, I have 2 keys from future levels, but I should probably go ahead and get the keys I'm supposed to have. Skeletons are pretty easy to kill at this point. I mean, they're always pretty easy. Second quest, they shoot sword blast back at you, which is pretty cool. They're a bit more difficult. Then we've got over here 3 bats. Let's go, bats. Alright, and then I'm going to kind of just do the levels quickly as I can. And we'll go for 100% completion in terms of going in every single room. You can skip a good portion of the dungeon by bombing here, I believe. Yeah. Alright. Got these weird little dot thingies. See, I'm going to take a step this way so I can go get the boomerang from these guys. Alright. And there's my new favorite sub-weapon. So the boomerang will kill weak enemies like little blobs and bats. And it will stun most unarmored enemies. So skeletons, it'll stun. You can reapply the stun. So you can stun lock enemies like that. Ouch. It's a pretty useful thing to have, really. Alright. Now, the kind of weird thing is we get this bow and arrow. You don't need the bow until level 6. But I guess it's a pretty iconic weapon to have. It's a pretty strong weapon. It's ranged. Does at least as much damage as the white sword. It does cost 1 rupee every time you fire it. And you lose a rupee every time. Oh, I already said that. You have to buy it for 80 rupees, and then you lose a rupee every time you fire it. So I don't actually use it that often. These are the wall masters. They grab you, they take you back to the entrance. They can actually be stunned. Okay. Grab that key. You didn't even have to fight them, but they're good money. And then the first boss is a joke. If you have the white sword. Second quest, you basically have to fight the first one. I think you need to fight it with a wooden sword. I'm not really sure. It's a bit harder that way, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, you do definitely, the game's much easier if you power yourself up properly. Okay, I have 20 rupees before I have enough for the blue ring, so let's go ahead and head over to the blue ring. Should not be a problem to collect 18 more rupees along the way. 17. And then we'll backtrack to level 2. Although now I'm wondering if I should go get the bracelet so I can fast travel. Alright. 11 rupees. Alright. A couple of moblins and I think we'll be good. Five more. Yeah, the number of enemies you can stun lock with your boomerang is pretty ridiculous, so it's a good weapon to have. There we go. Almost perfect timing because blue ring is right up here. And with the blue ring, 60 for the meat here. I should buy the meat here. Okay, we now have this lovely lavender blue. And we take half damage from all enemies. Enemies that were doing half a heart of damage will actually do no damage the first time they hit us. Which means we actually retain our sword blast after a weenie hit like that. Let's see here. My brain is saying there is money right here. In fact, my brain is saying it's 100, which would be nice. Can't remember the first time we actually need the meat. Switch back to the boomerang. This is the Lost Woods. You need to go up, left, down, left to get out of the Lost Woods. Otherwise, it just repeats. These guys are a lot easier with a boomerang. And the blue ring. So the blue guys do 2 hearts of damage when they hit. Ouch. The blue ring, they only do 1. So that's why I'm not dead. Well, I wouldn't have died anyway. These guys are invincible till they land, and then you can just kill them. Usually not worth the bother. Just kind of avoid them. Alright. Now, the Graveyard. Takes 2, 3, 4 hits to kill the ghost. You touch a grave, it makes more ghosts. The graves that, or the ghosts that get added are invincible, but they all die when you kill the boss. So it's pretty good for farming money, in my opinion. So 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, and he's stunnable, which is nice. Oops. Accidentally killed him. Did not mean to do that. 2, 3, 4. You can stun lock the boss one. Till the screen is maxed out. Oops, lost him. Alright, if you ever lose track of them, you look for the one that's moving. The boss one can't move diagonally, I believe. So you can either just start swinging randomly, or you can swing at the one that is only moving in a straight line, not diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Okay. We can do this like a shell game, so try to keep your eye on the boss one. You'll see all the other ones are flying around, diagonal, whatever. The boss one is right here. Like I said, only moving up, down, left, or right. Okay. We are pretty well set for money, just about. 2, 3, 4. So about 80 rupees for the arrows, I believe. Was it 80 for the meat at that one place? And then we need medicine in case we get badly injured. Starting around level 6, you start getting some enemies that are pretty tough. The wizards can just slaughter you if you're not careful. Okay, now, the reason I did all this was because there's a bracelet over here. So you pick that up. And then we're going to head over to those stones over there. They look like snails to me. And the bracelet allows you to push the rock, which gives you a shortcut. And then this is actually the one I basically wanted, because now I'm right next to level 2. So it helps with fast travel until you get the recorder, which also allows you to fast travel. All right. I think there's a shop with arrows somewhere near here. Let's see here. My brain is telling me to go this way. And this shop here has arrows, is what my brain is telling me. So let's find out if it's true. I almost maxed out my money again. Yep, there's the arrows. Notice the shield's way more expensive here. I also notice that she sells bombs. It's a pretty big waste if you know the trick about killing 10 enemies that are blue. And then, like I said, we don't need the arrows until level 6. They will be helpful in level 5 in the American version, not the Japanese version. And that's because of the Pole's voice. I guess I'll explain them when I get to them. Alright. And yeah, let's go do level 2. Level 2 is pretty easy in my opinion. And we are way overpowered, so we should just blow right through it. And the only treasure we get is the magic boomerang, which is kind of weird because we just got the basic boomerang, but that's okay. Level 2 is also a pretty good one for getting money because it has these snake enemies that are super easy to kill. They move slowly until they see you, and then they might dash, but then they die in one hit, and they drop money. So, you know, go to town. Alright. You can actually get through most of this level without using any keys. So, some enemies have ringleaders that if you kill them, the whole group dies. Yep. Money, key, just keep going. These are like mini bosses that are super easy to kill and usually drop some decent money. Keep going. Those guys drop a ton of money. Okay, now one thing I'm trying to remember is I think I missed the magic boomerang, so I gotta go back. Couldn't quite remember. I think you can actually skip even using that key if you go in here. I even drop a bomb for you to give you a hint. Drop a bomb. So you don't even need to go through that door. Come here. And these guys, no, I went the wrong way again. Dodongo dislikes smoke. Okay, so old men seem to be saying the right thing. Apparently went the wrong way though. We're looking for blue Gorias in this room. So yeah, I didn't even need, this wasn't even locked in the first place, so. These blue Gorias can be tough if you come at them, you know, before powering up. Right now they're a joke. I've got the blue ring and the white sword and tons of hearts, so not a worry. Okay, the magic boomerang flies faster and goes farther. So it's great. Good upgrade. I used to like the normal boomerang better just because I liked the color of it better, because it looked like it was wood. But, you know, the fact that this flies farther and faster, it is objectively the better boomerang. Okay. These guys respawned. Randomly, the enemy Gorias get a palette upgrade. Their boomerangs are now blue too. Oh, I forgot there's only one of them. This is the boss, by the way. Basically what you do is you put a bomb in his mouth, drop another one there, he gets stunned, he always drops bombs when you do it that way, and he's dead. So that's level 2. Bombs are the only things that do hurt the Dodongos. You can kill him by putting 2 bombs in his mouth, or like I said, kind of the easy way is put a bomb in his mouth and then drop another one immediately. The smoke stuns him, which allows you to kill him with your sword. When you kill Dodongo with your sword, he always drops more bombs. This is going to be helpful because eventually there are rooms where there's 3 Dodongos you have to fight. Okay, let's see here, level 3. I don't have any good fast travel way back to level 3, I don't think. But it's not that far, so whatever. And I am going to stop by and get that meat at that one store where the blue ring was. And I might as well get the medicine as well. I think I'll have enough money for both. And then we'll basically not need money for anything else in the first quest. Oops. I want to remind you, I'm really not that good of a player. If you look at any of the people who do speedruns, not the cheat-assisted speedruns, but the legit ones, they're leaps and bounds better than I am at playing these games. But I did play a lot as a kid, and I'm a fast learner, so I just don't want to. I don't want to denigrate the amount of work that the speedrunners put into it. They are awesome. Truly something to behold. My Dungeons and Dragons for the Sega Genesis video should be fairly recent. Usually it's an old woman. So the red potion lets you heal twice. Anyway, there's a speedrunner I watched. There's a speedrunner I watched who beat the Sega Genesis Dungeons and Dragons game in about 20 minutes, I want to say. And he was using a single character, and it was a thief. Actually don't know if my video about the thieves will be up yet. But I did do a playthrough using a group of all thieves, and it was pretty busted, so I could see why that's the speedrunning character. But yeah, that game, which was 6 videos that were about an hour each at least, when I played, this guy beat that game in like 20 minutes. No cheats. So yeah, speedrunners are hardcore. Alright, we're going to be at level 3. And this will be pretty fast because we already have the treasure. And like I said, we don't need money really, so... Second quest has a lot more things to do with your money. A lot of more bottlenecks where you need money to proceed. Alright. You can kind of bomb your way straight to the end boss. Don't even need to fight these guys, really. Alright, and then might notice it looks a little bit like a swastika. Remember, that was originally a religious symbol in Buddhism, actually. So that's why the Japanese would use it, because they have a Buddhist population. Ooh, I like the waist on the Zelda figure. I never noticed that before. Alright. Level 4 is not far off, so let's go do that real quick, and then we will go get the Master Sword. Oof. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Get my boomerang back out here. Dun, 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 dun. So the music, the theme music for Zelda. There's a famous story about, and I can't remember the guy's name, the guy who made the music for the game. So Nintendo was going to release Zelda like in a week or something. They were going to use a song by Ravel, I believe. They checked the copyright info and discovered that the song they were going to use was not public domain yet. And with them needing to ship the game, like, I don't know exactly the timeline, but the legend is something like a matter of days. The composer basically just sat down and knocked out the Legend of Zelda theme song in like one day. Just stayed up all night working on it. And it is now iconic, really. Huh. Already have to fight another one of these guys. I didn't really explain very well, but a well-placed bomb is your best bet against this guy. If you miss, he gets faster and more aggressive, so that can be a real pain. But a well-placed bomb will blow off all of his side stuff. But now I'm like wondering, confused. Yeah, it's like, I remember being able to bomb your way through, so you don't even have to fight that guy. There's one thing that's kind of, you know, to me it's kind of intriguing. It's like, the game's like, oh, I didn't tell you how to fight that guy. You can skip whole sections of this dungeon if you do it this way. Let's get that boomerang back out. This is where the boomerang gets really useful. You throw it just right, you can kill a big pile of bats in one throw. Alright. When you have shuttered doors, usually there's a way to get them unshuttered. We have a two-headed dragon here. It's pretty easy. Well, most people take a lot of hits, and in the second quest you have to fight one of them with a not very good weapon. So they can be quite hard, but with enough life you can just face tank them. That's it. Alright, let's go get that Master Sword. And then I'm tempted to do level 6 out of order, just because it's going to be on the way, but let's do level 5 first. We'll do the Master Sword, we'll walk by level 6, and then we'll come back to it. But yeah, levels 5 and 6 you could do in either order. 6, the item that you get is a wand, which does not open up any new opportunities really. And level 7 has, level 5 actually has the recorder, which opens the way to level 7. Excuse me. That a burp. Back through the Lost Woods. The Master Sword is in the graveyard in first quest. I farmed some more ghosts, but we don't really need money for anything, so we're good. Alright. Just walk right on by these guys. And it's another one of those situations where I get a little bit mixed up with the different quests, but I'm pretty sure the Master Sword is over here? No, here. Master using it, and you can have this. Alright, Master Sword is yet more powerful. I don't know, let's see, it's probably twice as powerful as a White Sword. I think you can kill the ghost on 3 hits now. 1, 2... Yeah. exactly know. I don't remember what. Yeah, I don't exactly know how the economy of the damage is, but the Master Sword is pretty darn powerful. All right. Yeah, can now one-shot the red lion centaur guys. All right, you got boulders that you can't really do anything except dodge. All right, and level 5's right over here. To the right of the waterfall where we got the white sword. It's a rumble outside, and I can't tell if it's thunder or if it's like a construction truck or something. All right, level 5. Basically, you just climb repeatedly up these stairs. You must have some sort of a timer for how many times you've gone up the stairs. Okay, and then I'm trying to remember. My brain says go bomb this wall. I got mummies. Okay. My brain is saying bomb this wall. Oh, we got blue knights. So they're like the red knights, but they do way more damage and they're faster. Boomerangs don't work on knights at all. Ugh. You can use bombs, but even then, sometimes there's a trick to it, but kind of hard to explain. Whether a knight is invincible to your attack is related to your facing. So if you try to hit them with a bomb, you want to face in a direction that if you were attacking from that direction, it would do damage to them. That's kind of a complicated way of putting it, but... Or come in with full health and just sword blast them across the room, because that's the better choice. Yeah, and they have these like sort of pseudo-random movements, but you'll see them occasionally. They will absolutely turn towards you. So it's like random towards you, random towards you. Just, you know, it's a way of looking at it. Like, they're kind of random, but they're kind of aggressive. I think it's the way they did that is so that they don't all just run at you at the same time, because that would be pretty insane. Like all the knights just charge at you at the same time. So instead they charge at you, but sort of in this roundabout zigzagging way, so they all come at you at different times. It works. Alright, so we have the recorder. You'll kill these mummies, get another key, go up. We got Dodongos we don't have to fight if we don't want to. I think I will just for fun. For fun, he says. So again, with if you do the double bomb thing, you'll actually gained bombs off of those guys. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty good treasure. Money and healing. I love it. All right. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to switch to my candle, so I just keep going. All right, now these weird rabbit-eared looking things, they are called Pole's Voice. There was a hint in the manual that said they don't like noise. So I always thought, oh, I'll play the recorder. No, nothing. In the American version, their weakness is a bow and arrow. In the Japanese version, the Famicom came with a microphone on controller 2. I believe it was on controller 2. First controller had the start button. Second controller had a microphone, I believe. If you screamed into the microphone on controller 2, it would kill all the Pole's Voice on the screen. So these guys, you just yell into the controller and they'd all die. Yeah, I'll show you. American version, you get out the bow and arrow and they die in one hit. They die so easily the arrow passes through them. Alright, here's the boss. This one, you play the recorder. And then you just stab the little version of it that comes out afterwards. Pretty easy. And level 5's done. Alright, off to level 6. Might actually have to take a break after that because I'm playing for an hour and I don't like to play for too long. It's not good for my ADHD and my mental health. I have to kind of set limits for myself. Although I could just power through and be done. Guess we'll see. So it's hard to explain this game. When I was a kid, I had no strategy guide for it. It was just something you just... Oops, I don't know why I went up there. It was this... I don't know. It's hard to describe. In an era with no game facts, no online hint guides, that you would just play the game. You would enter a dungeon and you would try to figure out how to get to the end. If you got stuck, you'd take bombs, start bombing the walls, look for clues. And it's hard to kind of capture that feel in an era where you get stuck for more than a minute. You can just go online and look. Yeah, so the orange wizards appear wherever. They die in one hit to the Master Sword. They sometimes have ringleaders, so they'll just all die. Let's see, I did get the arrow, right? Yeah. The really annoying enemies are the blue wizards. They have a ton of hit points and they do a ton of damage. And we'll be seeing them pretty soon here. Here we are, okay. And then this matchup, we got the shield eaters. So kill off the orange guys because they die in one hit. Kill the shield eaters because they suck and they'll eat your shield. Now, the blue wizards, if you just try to brute force them, will kick your butt. But if you're smart about it, they do have patterns that you can sort of exploit. Just kind of stab them, move to the side, stab them, move to the side, kind of thing. But they do a ton of damage, so if you just start brute forcing them, you're going to pay for it. You're not going to like it. And then they will also spam their spell attack. So don't let them. Alright. Got a 3-headed dragon this time. And that's not the boss. Alright. Boom. You guys stay the heck away from me. Like, these monsters actually cause me more fear than most other monsters in the game. Because they'll just keep coming at you and they'll just chomp on your shield, and I hate it. Yeah, the blue wizards take 3 hits. And that can be pretty obnoxious. And like I said, they will spam their spell attack. So the trick is to kind of come at them at the side, kind of like you do with the knights, honestly. Come at them from the side. Alright. Just noticed they have this obnoxious 2 arrows thing up there. I don't know what my emulator is doing, so let's see if I can turn that off. I'm gonna go ahead and let's save state in case I accidentally. I just don't know what. I don't know why it's showing 2 green arrows up there. Oh well. Doesn't seem to be affecting the gameplay at all, so just keep playing, I guess. Yeah, you see how much damage you can rack up if you're not careful? This would be a good... That would have been a good time to actually use the candle so I could see what the heck I was fighting. But laziness. Okay, enemies stay dead from room to room. So I kind of forced them to respawn. So yeah, come at these wizards from the side like they're knights. They'll have a much better time. They're like knights that can kind of duck to a diagonal side every now and then. Alright. Telling you, some enemies strike fear into my heart like no others. Yeah, like those bubbles can push you into the legs and get your shield chomped. Alright, what do we got here? More wizards. I don't know why I'm fighting them, because I don't need to. Alright, and then the boss. You can actually kill this guy in 1 hit if you do it right. Ah, dang it, I did not. Well, he dies in 1 hit anyway, but you can actually just walk in the door and shoot him right in the eye, and he dies. And that's pretty fun when it happens. There. 1 arrow right in the eye, dead. Let's see, level 7, we just get the magic candle, which is like infinite candle. And then level 8, we get the infinite key and we get the magic book, which turns the wand. Guess I should show you the wand. I used to love the wand, it's great. It's like having a sword blast, Unfortunately, it only does as much damage as the white sword. So if you have the Master Sword Blast, you're going to want to use that instead. But if you've been injured and you like a ranged weapon, the wand is pretty awesome. Outrun Arrow. The book adds a fire attack to the end of the wand. Let's see. For some reason, I think this is the wrong one. Is it? Nope, that's the right one. So the recorder has lots of mysterious things. One of them is revealing the opening to level 7. The other is it creates a whirlwind, which you can use to ride to dungeons you have previously cleared. Don't need bombs. For some reason I'm not remembering the layout of this dungeon. And I'm starting to wonder if I should be bombing. Oh, okay. Like my brain's telling me go left and up. Don't know if that's correct. Alright. We could also get by without getting any of the last 3 treasures. We don't really need a candle. Don't really need the book. Don't really need the infinite keys. Okay. The dongos that we don't have to fight. Oh, I didn't even realize this guy was in the game. Yeah, I'll take more bombs. Yeah, you give him 100 rupees and you can carry 12 bombs instead of 8. I didn't realize he was in the first quest. I know he's in the second quest. There's a lot of stuff I've missed in the first quest just because it's totally unnecessary. Like, you don't need this many bombs. Alright. Don't have to fight this guy. We do have to give this guy some meat. Oh, it's funny, it's a snake. Normally it's a Goria. I think it's cool though. I think this last time I actually need meat in the first quest. In case you never noticed, all of the dungeons are like supposed to be like specific things, like monsters. Like I think this one's supposed to be a dragon. There was the one that looked like the swastika. Again, religious symbol in Buddhism. Just kind of goes further to show that Nazis are idiots. I'm pretty sure, I can't quite remember, but I think the symbol means peace, actually. When I lived in South Korea, you'd get a map, and the map would have all these swastikas all over it. Now they're oriented different than the Nazi one, but let's see. But the first time you saw that as a American in Korea, you're like, what? Why do they have this all over? This is a good time to have the wand because I can't reach that blue guy. And it's a good time to have the boomerang so I can get that heart so I can now blast again. And what is this? This is the candle? Yeah. But yeah, open up a map and there's swastikas all over it. You're like, huh? And then you're like, oh, those are all the Buddhist temples. So yeah. Again, I think they mean peace. I don't quite remember. it's kind of interesting they didn't try to scrub that clean for the US release, but they do tell you what the dungeons are in the manual. I can go right here. And then what we got? One of these guys. Now, second quest was an interesting little surprise. So when the way they coded the dungeons, and again, we don't actually need to fight these guys. The way they coded the dungeons, they had enough space to do twice as many dungeons as they had. And so that's exactly what they did, is they were able to cram 9 dungeons total, if you include Ganon's Lair. So the second quest, even though the overworld has the same map layout, second quest, the dungeons are all unique again. And they basically, like I said, they were able to do it in the space they had left over from doing the dungeon levels of the first quest. Why do I know all this random stuff? I just find it all very interesting, so I study and I watch YouTube videos about it. Alright, and boss is super easy because it's the same as the first dungeon. So I hit him like, what, twice in the face and he's dead? And then we're off to level 8. I would say level 8 is the first one that's even a little bit tricky, and that's because there's a couple rooms where you have to fight like entire rooms of blue knights, which are pretty obnoxious. But it's doable if you don't lose your mind. I think I'm also going to just ignore the treasures and just go straight for the boss. By the time we get these treasures, they don't really do anything before the game's over. Oh, nah, I'll get them. I should make sure I have enough keys. Okay. So level 8 is actually pretty close to level 2. And then the interesting kind of hint is you can actually get into level 8 from the get-go, but you can't finish it without the ladder, I'm sure. Let's see. Trying to remember. I think I have to burn it from the other side, don't I? No, I'm in the wrong place. I'm confusing myself because I'm mixing it up with another second quest thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, second quest, you burn this tree right here, I think. But that is not. This is not second quest, so I don't need that. So yeah, you get level 7, your clue for level 8 is that you get a candle. And so it's kind of your hint. If you never bought the blue candle, which you should have, now you're just going to go around and doing infinite burning. Okay, so the book is right over here. And I almost just run into this guy. Alright. The Master Sword, those guys are pretty easy because you can knock off a limb with a single hit. Nice. With a watch, this is pretty easy. So yeah, grab this book, and you can actually, what it means is you can get the book easily before you get the wand, because there's nothing preventing you from burning down that bush, coming over here and taking the book. But sometimes I find the book annoying because it produces a fire when you use the wand, and the fire hurts you if you walk into it. You have to be careful about that. Alright, another one of these guys, but you don't have to fight it if you don't want to. I just fought it because it was in the way. Okay. You have to fight these blue knights. Got a little bit of slowdown going on there. Oof. And see, they do like to turn sharply, so gotta be careful about that. Yeah, so you're fighting all these knights, and you're also getting pelted by the fireballs from the statues, which is fun. Alright, got it. And then you don't have to fight these guys because you're just going to go up. And then you don't have to fight these guys because you're going to bomb up here. Another one of these things. And I ran out of keys though. So maybe I do need to go fight something. These guys drop a key for me. Like how they're dropping hearts. You can actually kill the blue knights pretty quickly if you do that. You stab, duck to the side, stab again. And okay, no keys yet. And then is this the stairs down? Yeah. I need to go find a key. I'm a little bit puzzled how I lost so many keys because I must have just skipped a bunch of keys in previous dungeons. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Nope, that's not a key either. I need one more key or this is not going to go well. Is there a key over here? I think I just... Yeah, okay. Here's a key. Yeah, it's really odd. I usually come out with a lot more keys. So I guess it's a good choice for me to go get the infinite key item because who knows? I don't even remember what the key situation is like in the final dungeon. Oop. Ouch. Ouch. Said ouch before they hit me. Alright. Every single one of these knights is wounded. I basically made it that I had to refight a bunch of blue knights because I walked too far away and they respawned. Alright. There. So I need to kill enough so I can clear a path. Alright. No more keys. Oh. This guy. This one takes 3 hits. And there's fireballs shooting at me from every direction. And it's really hard because of how he moves back and forth. It's hard to get a good hit in on him. And these fireballs are really distracting. There. Killed that one. Okay. Oh. Let me guess. Yeah, it's supposed to bomb this way? Don't think I have to fight these guys, but... more bombs, sure, whatever. Okay. I'm so confused right now, though. I think I'm just wandering farther and farther away from where I'm supposed to be. Alright, I think we're supposed to go to the right. There. Yeah, when you have the Master Sword, even things like the Pole's Voice, which are supposed to take like a ton of hits, really don't take that many hits anymore. I'm not sure how loud the scream into the microphone had to be in the Japanese version. And I suspect that instead of screaming into the microphone, you probably could have tapped the controller instead. Alright, number of keys just turned to A for all or something. But yeah, like the way microphones work, they'll pick up a spike in audio if you tap on them. So rather than screaming into the mic, you could just tap on the microphone instead. But I'm sure it was more fun to scream and pretend that's how you were killing the Pole's Voice. Alright, I feel like level 8, the boss is a dragon again or something. Four-headed dragon this time? Hard to think. Level 4, we had just a two-headed dragon. Oop. I don't even need to get out my arrows if we got a stopwatch. No longer need that key, but we do need to kill these guys. Lots of shuttered doors only open when you kill all the enemies in the screen. Alright. I don't want to use the candle. And you can't make me. I got a stopwatch again. Alright, now what? Yeah, here it is. 10th enemy has the bomb, so that's what I was talking about earlier. This mystified people forever. I think basically until the emulator era where we started dissecting the code of the actual game and realized that there was a fourth drop on the 10th kill of enemies in the bomb dropping variety, which tends to be the blue ones. Blue Octoroks, blue Moblins, blue whatever. Alright, we have full health. We've got all the Triforce. We are ready to go fight Ganon. We shall see if I get the red ring. I usually miss the red ring in the first quest. For the longest time I didn't even know where it was because the last dungeon's, I mean, it's kind of a painful painful experience, but long, painful, and easily you can easily get lost, let's put it that way. So if I found Ganon, I didn't retreat and go get the red ring. I just fought Ganon and killed him. So we do need to get the silver arrow, but I'm pretty sure that's on the way to Ganon, so no problem there. But yeah, don't be surprised if I completely miss the red ring. Just I guess, old habit from when I used to play when I was a kid. Just never knew where it was. All right. And this area is called Death Mountain. We go up to the very top of the world here. Hardest overworld enemies in the game around here, of course. Which is just basically the lion guys. And then Ganon's base is in Spectacle Eye Rock, which you can actually see in Zelda 2. It's where we get the hammer, I believe, in Zelda 2. And I'll be surprised when I bomb the wrong one, because I can't even remember. Alright. Then here there is a bottleneck. If you do not have the complete Triforce, you cannot get through this room. For some reason, I feel like I could have bombed up there. I don't like this. Yeah, bubbles and shield chompers and wizards. I don't even know why I'm fighting these guys, to be honest. There's nothing to be gained from fighting these guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have skipped this room entirely if I had bombed up in the previous room. These wizards can actually come into the doorway a little bit, which is pretty obnoxious. Alright. And then another situation where I don't have to fight them. Maybe I won't. That thing I do have to fight. Ouch. I seriously got hit by a bat. I was too lazy to switch to my boomerang to fight them off. Alright. These guys aren't as scary when they're by themselves, but don't underestimate them. There are locked doors in this last dungeon. It's good to remember. Okay. I can go through this room without fighting those guys. We have these weird... I don't know that I need to fight this guy either, to be honest. Good luck. We're all counting on you. I think he originally says go to the next room. Which is a hint to bomb this wall. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. Ouch. Got him. Alright, I think we go down here. Now what? This part I'm a little bit less clear on. My brain's telling me to go left, so let's see if that's the correct way to go. Gotta fight this guy. I don't think this would be too hard, but he does a ton of damage, and his little ads are a little unpredictable. Okay, I'm confused. What's down here? Huh. What's here? I am confused. Alright. This doesn't feel right, but I'm going to do it anyway. My memory doesn't always work. Oh, this looks right. This room does look like the correct room. I don't know why I'm fighting again. There's no reason to be fighting these guys. I'm not going back down there as far as I know. Okay, now I'm confused though. Was it just not dead on enough? No? Okay, so that was not the correct way to go? Oh, I've just been bombing the wrong walls, that's what. Oh boy. This is not a good room to be fighting these guys. Ooh, except I can't get them caught there, can't I? Because they can't materialize in solid wall. So actually it's a great place to fight them if you know what you're doing. Okay, so what is this? Is this going to be the red ring? Or is this the path to the end? No, it is. No, it's the arrow. Okay, okay. Alright, so then what? Good, I need the arrow. So what? Do I go down or up? I'm gonna try this one. This feels not correct though. Where am I now? Oh, this does feel correct. Keep second guessing myself. Ouch. Oh, no, that was a loop. Okay. Well, I got the arrow. So then what? Okay, let's go this way, see what happens. This is not feeling correct, but I don't know whether I can trust myself anyway. Got that one. My memory is really failing me. Okay, now what? Probably bombs. Probably left, because that's the one direction I haven't gone yet. It's weird, because at one moment I'm like, no, this is wrong. And then the next moment I'm like, no, this is correct, this is correct. formed a lot of new memories since I played this game as a kid, so... Yep, I remember this. I think Ganon's in the next room. Maybe? And then if that is true... Yep, this is Ganon. Okay, I'm going to use a health potion, because I'm sure he does a ton of damage. And then, kind of the big thing is I just swing randomly, because he's invisible. There's sort of a pattern to it, like it kind of circles around the room or something. Alright, and then you gotta shoot him with... Whoa, what the heck? I was sure I put the bow and arrow on. Poof. You gotta shoot him with the bow and arrow when he's down. Alright, so do I save Link or do I save myself? Nice, I saved Link. Woohoo! That's right, this is the Legend of Zelda, not the Legend of Link. Not Link's Adventure. Let's go! Thanks, you're the heroine of Hyrule. That's nice. I changed the text a little bit for me. Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story. Okay. So yeah, this game, oof, I love this game so much as a kid. Like I said, it was the main reason I wanted a Nintendo. It had action, adventure, secrets, dungeons, creepy music. Yeah, I loved it. I will not play the second quest today. That's not something I can do in one sitting. But yeah, that'll be it for now. Classic game. Classic gem, really. And it's where it all started. I feel like I should let the music finish before I turn it off. Okay, press start. Okay, so 0 deaths by Crom has beat the game, and that'll be it for now. Like I said, second quest, that'll be another day, if ever. Might be fun to do a randomized playthrough as well at some point. That'd be pretty fun, I think. But that's it for today, so I'll see you guys next time.